I would go.
make a
I would go
martini.
get some alcohol because I have bourbon and it was a big glass.
Fair enough. I'm gonna get real fancy with it. I'm gonna make a martini. I'll be right back.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh yeah, dude.
Well, welcome back to the second episode of the Tree Stump podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Please ignore Stein's screen below. Rescos, how you doing, man? How you been?
Hey, I'm doing good. I just realized that I have a fan pointed directly at my microphone, so I'm going to turn that away real quick.
It's funny you say that. I didn't hear a damn thing. So
really,
yep. Nice, dude.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I got me some Clearly Canadian.
Fuck yeah, dude. Wild cherry.
This shit is delicious.
It's so good, dude. Greatest spring water. Sparkling spring water. I wish, dude. Can you imagine how awesome a Tree Stump sparkling spring water would be?
Mm-hmm.
It just tastes like pine.
Oh,
God.
We should get Saratoga to sponsor us.
Bro, we already had this conversation. We can't do that now because they're owned by Nestle. I'm so disappointed. However, even now that friggin' Ashton what's his nuts made Saratoga a fucking viral sensation, even though I've been peddling this shit since like 2017.
That's what I'm saying.
I've been talking about Saratoga's spring water since 2017.
I still have never had one. Every time I see one out in the wild, I'm like, Stubs keeps talking about that, but it's so much money. And then I walk away.
Yeah, it is. Dude, I don't buy it. I only get it because at my gig, I get it for free.
Yeah.
Like I get bottles, like I take bottles home. Like I'm like, hey, can I get a Saratoga bottle? They're like, yeah, here you go. And I just take it with me and I leave. Yeah, it's pretty awesome, dude. It's pretty sick.
I'm just glad I got my Clearly Canadian.
Bro, the blackberry's so good.
Really?
Blackberry's my favorite.
Funny you say that. It's still good.
Yeah.
But it's my least favorite of the variety pack.
Really? Oh, no. It's not my favorite. The peach is my favorite. The peach is my favorite. Yep. Peach is that. Oh, it's so good.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good.
That
dude.
peach, fantastic,
bro.
dude.
Mix that peach Clearly Canadian with a little lemonade, dude.
Oh wait,
bro, you have lemonade?
I might.
There you go, dude.
Whispered.
Oh, you whispered. Okay.
I bet this would taste awful with vodka.
You know what's funny? I can't. Bro, you know what would the I'm trying to think if probably the blackberry with gin.
Ooh. I got some of the blackberry.
I would go blackberry and a little gin, dude. That'd be fucking sick.
I don't have gin though.
That's stupid.
All I have is vodka.
I was just gonna say, what do you keep as like you're in your liquor cabinet? Because I found that as I got older, I started collecting more bottles of booze.
See, I used to have a lot. Recently, like once my stash got depleted, because I had in there, what did I have? I had a Booker's in there.
Ooh, love Booker's.
I had a Jaeger in there. And then I had vodka in there.
I had a really bad experience with Jaeger when I was in my 20s.
Everyone says that. I love Jaeger.
I can't. No, the black licorice taste makes me want to vomit. Anything. That's Sambuca. That's Jaeger. Anything that tastes like black licorice, dude. It's like someone put a friggin' big toe in my mouth. It's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But like, I mean, honestly, since the two others got depleted, the Booker's and the Jaeger, since I ran out of those, all I've really been buying is vodka, just because you can kind of mix it with whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It pretty much goes with anything. Have you tried that Reyka vodka yet?
No.
That I told you about? Fucking real good, dude.
You know what? I'm gonna hang on a second. We're gonna stop the tree stump podcast here. Goodbye. I love you.
Okay.
I wanna try mixing some of that blackberry with vodka. I'm gonna be right back.
Welcome to my individual podcast called Lefty. Okay, see ya. This is where we travel the world in search of a left hand that I never knew I lost. Except for when I'm in the mirror and I look at it. Not being there. Weird.
Dude, it's delicious.
It is, isn't it?
It is. It's delicious.
Oh no, that's bad for you.
It is really good.
So what? So so vodka and the wild cherry?
Yeah.
Oh,
This is really good.
Dude, that's real dangerous. You're like going into work, dude. You're like in the office. You're like, this is my clearly Canadian.
I wouldn't do that.
You say that now. Wait till it becomes a problem in your 30s. When Stein and I have to have an intervention, and it's not because of the vodka, it's because of the crazy amount of spending on sparkling water.
It's because you enter my basement and it's just piled high with clearly Canadian.
Just bottles. Just fucking bottles.
Cardboard cases of it.
You sleep on top of used bottles. You have glass shards.
That's my box spring.
Yeah. What is this, Calcutta?
We're gonna have this whole goddamn podcast recorded before this dude gets
That's what
back.
I'm trying to tell you. Imagine having a place like near you that you can make your own drink. I also love, this is so Stein too. I hope he's listening with wireless headphones right now, because this is so Stein, because I feel like of all of the drinks he could have made, he made one of the most pain in the ass ones.
He really did.
He's like, let me just get this shaker. You see Stein's just friggin' sitting there. That looked like I was jerking something off. But you
were.
Yeah, that's about right. Do. You know what, dude? You know what, dude?
Which one of you fuckers wants to do the intro?
I think we just had it.
You know what? I think that's pretty good, dude. I think we kind of nailed it.
We don't need it because that was the perfect intro.
Yeah, there you go. Eddie.
I'm not even joking. Welcome to the podcast. Like Insert belch. Done.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Ridiculous Minds Podcast.
Episode 9. Stein, Stubs, me, Rescos.
Yeah, I'm here, guys. Don't worry. I got a martini, but I don't have a martini glass, so instead it's in a raccoon glass.
That's fucking sick, dude.
Are those grapes or olives?
Olives.
Okay. Did you take the pimento out of those?
Didn't have them in the first place.
Just regular green olives.
Kitty.
Did you hear any of what we were talking about while you were away?
I didn't have my headphones on.
Oh, damn it.
Not enough vodka, you know what's too much vermouth.
I'm going to give you 2 guesses as to what's in this red Solo cup right now.
Jaeger.
No. But we did talk about Jaeger while you were away.
Okay. That chocolate shit?
No, but I want some more of that shit. That chocolate was real fucking good. It was
yeah, it's like shit but chocolate instead of shit.
Ballatin's Irish cream.
Oh, so not Bailey's, but it's like a chocolate Irish cream.
Yeah, it was so good.
Oh, nice.
Delicious.
I'm drinking New Riff fucking bourbon.
This is a clearly Canadian mixed with vodka.
That's not surprising. You're fucking clearly Canadian.
This is delicious. I'm not Canadian.
You could pass as Canadian.
You probably could. You're all of Canada.
Literally, Canada.
Yeah. Stubs, you could also pass as Canadian.
I am Canadian.
All right. Well, you know what, Pete? I feel like I could pass as Canadian.
My entire lineage is French Canadian.
Fair enough. That'll do it.
Like my mom's side, my dad's side, both of them. Just.
I feel like some like French Canadian people have like a look to them.
Yeah.
Where it's like you can look at them
big
and be
noses,
like, that's
round
a
faces.
Canadian person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you can look at Justin Trudeau and be like, that dude's Canadian.
That dude's Canadian.
Without knowing he's Canadian.
Exactly.
Can you?
I feel like,
no,
yeah, maybe
I wouldn't guess he's Canadian, but I mean, when he speaks, I can tell you he's Canadian.
Yeah, but just by looking at him, I got nothing.
Just by looking at him, I would say he's more like Spanish. Like Spain Spanish.
Okay, maybe see that. Yeah, but like Spanish Canadian. Yeah.
Yeah, Spanish Canadian.
Yeah, I gotcha.
That's the very small province in Canada where it's just originated Spanish.
Yeah, from the Spain of Canada.
Yes, Canada.
Yep, Spanada. That's northern Ontario.
Yeah. Yeah, Spaniards are notorious for loving the cold. So
yeah. Mm-hmm.
I would have said southern Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotians?
Nova Scotia.
Nice.
Put the hard R on Nova Scotia.
What did you go ahead?
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Carry on.
Go ahead.
What happened? Go ahead, Deep.
Go ahead.
No,
go ahead.
No,
what were you going to say?
You got it. I don't even know which one of you I'm talking to.
Look, a boat.
Oh.
The best part is I looked exactly where you pointed in the camera. What?
Way too much vermouth in that. That's really not.
What did you use for vodka?
Stateside.
I've never had stateside.
I think it's regional. I'm not sure.
Bro, I need ring bologna stat.
Dude.
Oh, I could go for some ring bologna.
Bro, I need ring bologna.
Like, I might go to that place
intravenously.
Where I got that stuff. I might go there tomorrow.
Who wants Scrapple?
Not this guy.
Yeah, Scrapple's not very good.
No, it's gross.
No, it's disgusting.
So that thing I wanted to tell you guys.
Oh, yes, grocery store.
About my grocery store.
Oh yeah, I want to hear about the grocery store.
So I'm gonna say that the punchline of this story happens quick, and because it happens so quick, it's hilarious. So,
oh boy,
all right, going grocery shopping, right? You know, you go through the store, all that stuff. You get everything, and then you got to head to the line, right? Well, while I was walking around the grocery store, because we had to grab a lot more groceries because we're getting a new fridge, so we cleaned out the fridge, and had to go get a whole bunch of extra shit. So it took us a little bit longer at the grocery store than it would normally take. Well, for some reason, every time I go to the grocery store, my tummy hurts, and I don't know why. And I don't know if it's because I have to poop or if it's because or I get nervous around that many people, which doesn't make sense because I'm in a band and I play in front of people constantly. I don't know what it is. It could be a psychosomatic thing where I go into a grocery store and I automatically have to poop. I don't know.
Psychosomatic.
So exactly.
Me with Siege.
So precisely. So we go through the store, everything, and my tummy is like, all right, here we are, here and there. And throughout the aisles, as I'm going through my thing, because it's busy, I'm crop dusting the aisles. Because I'm like, I'm dropping some bombs here and there. Parting a few hairs, dropping a few Scud missiles.
Parting a few hairs, Jesus Christ.
And then going through. And then we're done. We go to head up to the register, and the registers are pretty full up, right? There's not a lot open, and there's people at all of them. So we go to one of the lines that looks like it's going to be not long. Well, fucking Shannon over there, that's 96 years old, is scanning every fucking item. Fucking like this. Right? And the dude, and the 16-year-old bagger who's been there for probably 3 months is just waiting for the fucking thing to go by. Meanwhile, I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden, my tummy starts rumbling, like really rumbling. Okay, and I look around, and we're the only ones in the line because we went down the thing, and I just friggin' let it go. I just fucking let one rip, dude. And I'm like, all right, let's friggin' move on here now that I'm letting it friggin' linger, if you will. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, I see, like out of the corner of my eye, this woman with only like 2 items in her hands. She's got like a cucumber and I think like a bottle of oil. And I questioned what she was using those things for. But the second thing is she starts like, she wants to get out of there fast, right? So she wants to get out of there fast. So she's like beelining it to our aisle because it looks like it's not going to be that long, but it's going to be. So she immediately beelines it for our checkout lane. She gets to our checkout lane. She's like almost sprinting up to us. All of a sudden you just hear, oh, and then she runs away. And I fucking
a wall of Stubs.
Lost my mind. I started crying, laughing in the checkout line. And people are just staring at me, being like, are you okay? I'm just like, we need to go. I can't. I'm laughing. And this woman is taking so long to ring out the groceries. I laughed straight for a solid 10 minutes. I could not stop laughing. I was laughing so hard. My stomach, face, my whole body hurt. I was laughing so hard at this that it was the fact that it just goes, oh, and it just fucking bolted.
I yelled it. Not today.
And
to me, it's the lead up of her sprinting towards your aisle, hitting a wall, and just running away.
It's like she fucking bounced off a fucking force field and just kept fucking.
Yeah, they can knock her over.
And I'm laughing so hard. I'm like crying on the way out the fucking door, laughing still. And the whole drive home, I was laughing for a solid half hour after the grocery store because you can't write this stuff, dude. It was one of the funniest experiences of my life. Right next to Joey shitting in my head, basically.
In my head.
Yeah, that's fair. That's pretty accurate, to be honest. Right in the head.
Oh, but dude,
right in the old noggin.
What a great story that was.
Oh, speaking of Joey, keep mine.
Keep mine.
Hey, keep mine.
Neil, eat mine.
Oh God. Oh.
Brother.
That's exactly what it was like, too.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna level with y'all. This is disgusting.
Is it really too much vermouth?
Oh, by the color, there's way too much vermouth in it.
Yeah, that'll happen.
And vermouth.
You know what you should do, dude?
Real bad.
You know what you should do? Shut the fuck up.
Oh, yeah, dude, what if I talk closer to the mic?
See, that sounds perfect.
Yeah, that sounded a lot better.
Oh, you know what? Scoot a little.
Oh, fuck. Oh, my God.
Let me just elevate this a little bit.
Elevate?
Yeah.
I want you to know, Stein, at work, whenever we're talking about you, which is somewhat frequent.
Yeah.
Understandable.
At work, whenever we're talking about you, it's always yellow is how somebody impersonates you, and I find it hilarious every time.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty accurate. It's what I say the most.
Yeah, it's just funny to hear some of the people that I work with just go yellow.
Did they do the little like lip smack beforehand, like the yellow? Get the in there.
Yellow.
Yeah, you gotta get the yellow.
Exactly.
Yellow.
Yoey.
In yellow.
So Stubs, I know I brought it up last time, but we didn't actually talk about it on the podcast. Do you want to share your life updates? Why did I say life updates?
My life.
My life.
Stein and I were on the same fucking page. My life. I got a new job. I recently, for those of you that know me, listeners, home and abroad. I love broads. Anyway,
I knew that was coming.
He's old enough to say the word broad.
I have been working at Best Buy part-time since I got laid off from my previous job. I was trying to see if I could really make the business kind of do its own thing. And unfortunately, with everything going on in the world, it was not sustainable enough, sadly. So I had to get a part-time job, was working at Best Buy. because I was a manager for them for a decade. Anywho, cut to a few months ago, probably when did I start interviewing for that job? Like January? Something like that?
Something like that.
I started interviewing for a new position in January. I went through 5 interviews total. Each time I thought it was the last one. Turns out it wasn't. So the good thing was I kept getting moved on to a bigger person to interview with. So as of today, I signed my job offer, and I am now a territory manager for a medical sales company. So yeah. So it comes with some pretty awesome perks.
Yeah.
So
kind of a gamer moment.
Yeah, kind of a gamer moment. So
manage that territory, dude.
I'm gonna manage the shit out of that territory.
Dude. Yeah, you take that territory and you manage it.
I mean, this territory, you see that territory. I'm gonna fucking sit there, and I'm not just gonna manage it, but I'm gonna mismanage it.
Oh shit!
You manage it?
Yeah. Yeah.
You should send this episode to your future boss.
I should. I'll send it to him right now. He probably thinks it's hilarious.
Specifically that clip specifically.
Jeff, if you're watching,
he's a good guy.
Awesome dude.
Did you say Jeff?
Yeah, his name is Jeff. Not Jeff Godfrey.
No, I also worked for Jeff. He was something.
Yeah.
All right.
Hopefully he's not the same Jeff.
No, it probably isn't. My Jeff is from Texas.
Oh, well, pretty close to Pennsylvania. So.
Yeah, so you gonna sneeze?
Did you not see that?
No, what happened?
You're getting zoomed in, Stein.
What happened? I was drinking my drink and then I looked up and you
picked up an olive and went.
I did not see that. Can we get a reenactment?
I mean, I got another one, so.
That's what he did. While you're trying to talk to me, and I'm like,
I definitely didn't see that happening. Outstanding.
Incredibly.
Huh?
I've established a habit of eating my food weird on this podcast.
Yeah, you know what you could do?
You've established a habit of eating on this podcast, which is like the first rule. Don't do that.
We talked about this.
Well, you know what?
I'm bringing it up again.
You that horse enough. Actually, let's continue talking.
I like horses. Can we
talked about PETA for fucking 20 episodes,
guys? Can we not talk about beating a dead horse? We don't want PETA in on this.
Yeah, come on now. Yeah, that's fair.
Fuck you, PETA.
Yeah, fuck you,
PETA. We should get sponsored by PETA.
We should. That'd be great. And not like PETA, not like PETA like the animal rights group. I mean PETA like Joseph's Pita and Breads.
I thought you were gonna say pedophile.
No. Never that.
That's fair. Good point.
You see Drake on this podcast?
Nah, dude. I see.
Say Drake.
We should get Jeffrey Epstein on here.
Epstein.
That's gonna be a little tough, dude.
Why did you say that, dude?
You think anybody's ever called him Jepstein?
I think I would like call him like something stupid like EpiPen.
Hey, Epi, my man, what's up?
EpiPenstein.
Do you think he friggin' sometimes did like some weird stuff and it's just like, I'm gonna inject you with my EpiPen?
No. I don't think that happened.
No,
I don't think that was
just me. Okay.
Yeah.
I really hope you didn't call it that.
I hope he did. Oh, that's awful.
I'm going to be one of those dudes that just walks around with a toothpick in their mouth.
Please don't.
You're not Italian.
I don't know if I could associate with you if you did that. It's one thing if you just left a restaurant, right? And you're still cleaning your teeth. Like, that's one thing. If you were then going into another store or going the whole way home and keeping that in your teeth, I don't think we can talk anymore.
Why? No, you can tell someone's classy if they leave a toothpick in their mouths. Like, so
what word you would use?
Like, you could tell by looking at me right now, I'm a very classy individual.
You're so classy, dude. I don't think I've ever seen someone classier in my life.
You know
what? Thank you.
You're welcome. No,
Stein,
keep it.
Are you feeling okay, bud?
Yeah, you all right, dude?
You're not dressed like a therapist today, and it's kind of bothering me.
Yeah, you're being a little downtrodden with that outfit.
Oh yeah, probably because I blend into my chair.
I didn't notice. I didn't notice you were just a head.
You're just a neck and head.
You mean a Ned?
How you doing, Flanders?
Don't bring regions of Belgium into this.
There's a Flanders region of Belgium.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I should know this.
Dutch. And then there's another region whose name I forget where they speak French.
I don't believe you.
It's probably France.
It's probably
the famous part of Belgium, France. Yeah, France. You know, I feel like if aliens were going to land anywhere on Earth and make contact, it would probably be in France.
You think?
French people are basically aliens already.
It's true.
No, because you can't have shit in Detroit, including aliens.
What about
that's like a saying. You can't have shit in Detroit.
Oh, that is?
I think so.
I've never heard that.
I'm not from that area, Detroit, so I don't know if that's a thing.
Biz.
I'm actually from Detroit, so.
Wait, Biz has been on this podcast?
Yeah, I know. Weird. You forget him because
yeah,
you're old and dementia starting to kick in.
Yeah, the Dementors are starting to get you.
The Dementors.
What?
Huh?
From
Who are you people?
Well, I'm your co-host of the Tree Stump podcast, and this is our contractor that we then use to form. This is our contractor that we then use to form the ridiculous mind.
I'm hovering over the disconnect button right now. I want you to know. So you better fucking settle down, dude. You know what I'm gonna do?
I knew it. Ah, look at this guy.
I am the walrus.
I was just gonna say that.
Distinguished.
Don't do that. You'll swallow your fucking. Oh, there goes my soft palate. Oh, Jesus.
Oh no!
Did you guys ever watch Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Loved it.
No,
loved that show.
Loved that fucking show.
Fantastic.
I don't think I've seen it.
But it was. Do you know what it is, Stein?
I forget.
The OG show.
Whose Line Is It Anyway was like, as far as I'm aware, the OG improv comedy show.
Well, Whose Line? That was like a remake of an old Whose Line Is It Anyway show.
Well, I know the new one is.
I'm talking about the Drew Carey one, the one with Drew Carey. Yeah. That is a remake, technically, of an older show.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but I think that's the funniest version of all of the ones because you had Wayne Brady, Colin Mockery, Ryan Stiles, and then you always had the other guest that would be like Greg Proops or or when they had Robin Williams on and stuff like that. That was freaking incredible, dude.
Robin Williams is the only name you said there that I recognized.
You don't know Wayne Brady?
But one of the games, so basically Stein, they brought a bunch of these improv comedians on, and they would play little like mini games with them,
where the points don't matter.
They kind of phrased it as like a game show, like winner gets points, but they always said the points don't matter. It's just the point of it was to have fun, right? One of the games they played is two people would come up and try to have a conversation, but they would only speak in song titles.
Dude, I like that. It's so good.
Every single time, as far as I can remember, one of the guys would walk up and be like, "I am the walrus," and that's what I thought of when you put the toothpicks in your mouth.
Oh my God, Wayne Brady makes Brian Gumble look like Malcolm X.
That was a sentence.
He makes who look like Malcolm X?
Brian Gumble.
Who's that?
You don't know Brian Gumble? The Gumbles?
That's a funny last name, but no.
Yeah, they're like sports announcers. Oh, sports. You guys don't feel. You don't get.
Yeah, do I look like I watch sports?
Yes. You look like you look like you follow professional chess championships.
Damn, I don't even know how to play chess.
You don't?
You don't like chess?
I can play checkers. I played it like once, but I don't remember how to play it.
Really? Chess is fun. Chess is good, dude.
I'm sure I would enjoy it. I like checkers.
It's just chess. It ain't checkers.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Nice.
I don't know what that was a reference to.
Rescos, what are you doing?
I said yeah. Oh, good talk, dude.
Sorry, 1 second.
Oh, okay. Just ignore us. That's fine. Yeah, dude.
I go, cool. Rescos, what are you doing? And it's just nothing. I'm like, oh, good talk, dude.
I was looking to see if I could find episodes of Whose Line Is It Anyway, because now I want to watch it again.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so funny.
I'm so glad that we took the back burner to your web searching.
Yeah, thanks.
Like you guys do every goddamn podcast?
I don't do that.
I don't do that.
You're a liar.
If I ignore you, it's intentionally.
See?
Okay. That's better?
Maybe.
Uh-huh.
I'm not really sure if that's better or not. Is it better?
Yes.
You're better.
You know what, dude? How about
better.
take a look at that?
Ah!
Make it fucked. That didn't hurt your eyes.
Actually, kind of did.
My statement stands.
Hey, Stubs!
Yeah.
Fucking pay attention to us.
I'm listening to you. But see how I just responded when you said something?
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
See how that works?
Yeah, you made a really good point there.
Imagine.
Oh, I imagine.
Oh, I know.
Who's the not Drew Carey, the most recent Whose Line Is It Anyway? Who's the new host?
Dude, Drew Barrymore.
No. I gotta look it up. I can never remember her name. I just had it. Hold on. Fuck. Hold on.
Steve Seagal.
Aisha Tyler.
Aisha Tyler.
Yeah, she's been an actress for years. But she's been the host since 2013.
2013. That's when they brought it back.
Yep.
Still had Ryan, Colin, and Wayne.
Yep.
As far as I'm aware.
Yep.
Wayne Gretzky.
Yep.
I don't actually know who Wayne Gretzky is.
I saw them live.
Yeah. So the remake, the original show was a UK show in the 80s.
Was it?
Yeah.
Huh.
And then they made, in the late 90s, they made the American one. Much like every American show, it was taken from a British knockoff, basically.
Yeah, but the American The Office is better.
Wrong. Incorrect.
I mean,
incorrect.
To be fair, we kind of are a British knockoff.
Right.
It's fair.
Like it kind of works.
Ricky Gervais created The Office. He wrote The American Office.
I'm aware.
Yeah. No. The British Office is better than the American Office.
It's a matter of opinion.
No, it's not.
I have not seen.
Considering the first, basically the first two seasons are a shot-for-shot remake of the original show. Yeah.
If you like British comedy, you should watch Peep Show.
I've heard of it. People have told me to watch it, and I haven't watched it yet.
It's pretty fucking funny. It's really awkward, uncomfortable.
Love it.
Like
I pretty much love every Ricky Gervais show he's ever made. Afterlife is a fucking masterpiece.
Oh, I don't think this was Ricky Gervais. This was what's it called? It's a comedy duo. I don't remember. What are you doing? Did it really work? Did it?
Well, you don't have
do it again.
Cool Rode microphone, do you?
Yeah, you don't have a cool fucking microphone, dude.
You don't have
this
fancy little XLR.
Yeah, you don't have
better sound filtering.
You imagine doing that?
Imagine not having this thing. I mean, Stubs is over there and doesn't even have the Rode on his mic arm.
This is a Rode mic arm, dude.
Yeah, but it doesn't say it. Mine says it.
It does on mine too, but it's over here.
Are you one of those guys that has to have like a giant brand name on the front of all your shirts?
Apparently so.
No.
Mr. Fucking.
Excuse me
the
while I
shirt
enjoy my
literally has
Ralph
nothing
Lauren
on it.
shirt.
Yes, it's because you took it off beforehand because you knew I was going to ask that question.
You
Oh
did.
yes, I can tell
agree.
the future.
Oh, you went to Macy's, so you know. Speaking of which,
Catapults?
they just closed the Macy's in Philly, so now I got to go all the way to fucking New York if I want to get my time capsules.
That's bullshit.
That's
It is
not true.
bullshit. Yes, it is true. They did close the Macy's in Philly.
Yeah, but there's one by me. Well,
Oh.
on the opposite side of me.
Yeah, but New York City's closer.
That's not true.
It could be, but you playing?
That what? And then the Fire Nation attacked.
Yeah, dude.
That was a great show.
Yeah, you ready for the live action?
No.
Why
I'm
not?
always so disappointed by that stuff.
The
I don't know.
last-
It's just
last
the animated
Airbender live
version is
action
just
went really well.
It's such a masterpiece of a show. Like it really is that good. Like you don't need to.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. Like you take things to remake them in a different format, and it doesn't real. Sometimes it doesn't make sense. Sometimes it does, but most of the time it doesn't really make sense to do
let me
that,
ask
and
you
it annoys the piss out of me. It's a lot of piss.
Let me ask you this, Stubs.
Yeah.
We were both trying to let the other one go.
Piss?
Did you watch Korra?
Yeah, hated it.
I was
Coraline.
gonna say, I feel like no. I feel
Loved
like the
Coraline.
first series kind of carried that show. Like the only reason that show was as successful as it was is because of the first series.
I agree. I don't think the acting nor the story was anywhere near as strong as the first one.
There was some cool stuff in it. I didn't hate it. I just don't think it was as good.
No,
as
I
the
watched
first.
the whole thing. I was like, eh.
Yeah.
I am intrigued by the new one they're coming out with, which is the one. Is it the live action one where they're basically doing adult Aang?
Oh, I don't even know if that's true. I just made that up.
Well, I know they're making a live action one.
Are they?
They really are. They really are.
Okay.
The original. So it's a live action series, and originally, no, they already came out with a live action series. Was it a movie or a series? I'm pretty sure it was a series on Netflix.
Was it?
Right, Stein? Because
I don't
friggin'
know. I'm just laughing because I thought of something dumb in my head.
M. Night Shyamalan came out with a movie which was trash. And then they came out with a series that I started watching and I didn't like it.
It's pronounced M. Night Shyamalan.
It's pronounced Ma.
Ma, dude.
Ma Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, Ma Night.
Ma Night Shyamalan. Exactly.
It kind of pisses me off that the M doesn't stand for mid.
Dude,
Like,
M. Night Shyamalan has some great stuff. But for the most part, a lot of, like, why does everything have to have a twist, dude? Like some crazy fucking twist.
I guess it's his thing. I don't know.
I guess, but I mean, The Sixth Sense was fucking incredible.
Sixth Sense was very good. I liked The Visit a lot.
I never saw The Visit. I liked
The Visit's good. It's spooky.
Signs.
Okay, well, The Visit's good, but the ending feels really forced. Like like they have like this comedic relief thing, and it's like
was M. Night Shyamalan The Village too? Was he The Village or The Witch or something like that?
So yeah,
not The Witch. The Witch was A24, I think.
Yeah, that was really good. The Witch was really good.
That was good, but also it was very slow.
Yeah, it got boring at times, but the end was interesting.
Yeah, it's a good movie. I would watch it again.
let me ask you this: did you guys watch or see any of the trailers for Novocaine?
I watched Novocaine.
Never heard of it.
Yeah,
the new movie.
Yeah,
what's that?
with
Is it
friggin'
about
what's
the
his
dentist?
face from The Boys?
Jack Quaid.
Yeah, that's Dennis Quaid's kid, right?
I have no idea.
Pretty sure that's Dennis Quaid's son.
Which one is Jack Quaid in The Boys?
He's the main
Huey.
character.
Ah,
Guy without powers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
a
a new movie called Novocaine, and supposedly it's really good. But
I mean, it's really friggin' predictable. I wouldn't say it's really good. I watched it.
It was really good for the action scenes, is what I've heard.
Like it's really funny. Like a lot of it's really funny because he's got I can't remember the name of the disease, but he's got the disease where he can't feel pain.
Yeah, the whole premise is he can't feel pain, so he does like
crazy
like
shit.
Superhero shit.
Right. So that's why it's called Novocaine. There is no dentist. I got it.
But the dialogue, a lot of the dialogue is dumb. Some of it's good. Don't get me wrong. Some of it's good, but I mean, every single thing was predicted. I predicted every single thing.
Well, it's gonna be a cheesy movie for sure.
There's some movies I gotta watch that I've always heard amazing things about, but I just haven't gotten around to seeing.
Like what?
Name 12. Kingsman? Oh, Kingsman's really good.
The first one's awesome. First one's really good. Second one's okay.
Love the ending.
Yep. First one's awesome.
I've never seen
The Matrix.
Did you say The Matrix?
Just kidding. I've seen The Matrix.
Oh my god, dude!
I was about to lose.
I was like, dude, that's one of the action movies that started this whole friggin' revolution of slow mo.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Fucking. All that. That was pretty accurate to the movie. The bullet dodging scene, I think. Oh, I can't go lean too far back because I'm in a chair.
Are you Keanu Reeves?
You kind of look like
I might be.
Huh?
Wake up, samurai.
All right. What else? What other movies?
Fight Club.
Yo, you gotta watch Fight Club, dude.
I thought we watched that in high school.
I don't think so. At least I didn't.
Hike school.
All right.
Maybe you watched it in one of the dumber classes. That was probably it.
Yeah, probably.
Sorry.
Sorry. What else? Schindler's Fist.
I've seen Schindler's List.
No. Schindler's
Fist. Oh, you're right. The porn version.
Gotta watch that. I think you should watch. Never mind. I can't say it.
No. Go ahead.
No. Hold on. What was it?
I was gonna say. I think you should watch Passion of the Christ.
I mean, my mom is literally Catholic, so you know.
Fair.
I think you should watch Passion of the Jew.
Yeah, Passion of the fucking Moses.
Well, you know, Passion of the Jew is an actual thing, right?
I did not know that.
It's a South Park thing.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That sounds enjoyable.
Passion of the Jew.
Passion of the fucking shofar.
Dude, I brought that up to some people the other day, and even the people that are old enough to have known what the movie was didn't know what the movie was. Stubs, did you ever see Chomps?
The fuck is Chomps? Is it like Jaws but shittier?
No, it was an old Hanna-Barbera movie.
I don't know who that is either.
Where there was a robot dog that a man created to be his home security system, and it was kind of like Home Alone vibes almost.
Oh my god, I remember this. I never saw it, but I remember this from 1979.
That was one of my favorites as a kid.
Really?
Was that movie. 1979, I think that came out. My dad was 2 years old when that movie came out.
Damn. Your dad was 2 in 1979. He's born in 1977. Oh.
My father. I keep telling you, just let me know. I'll ask him if he wants to grab a beer.
Dude, he's not even a decade older than me.
If it makes you feel any better, Stubs, my dad was born in 1968. So
that does make me feel good because my mother is about the same age. So that's.
Damn.
Yeah. My parents were really young when they had me.
So was
my parents were in their late 20s.
My parents were 19.
My dad was 21.
Yeah.
Good movie.
Oh, I was gonna say I think the oldest movie that I like is 2001: A Space Odyssey, and that came out the same year my dad was born.
That was an interesting movie. That was fucked up.
I didn't think it was like super fucked up.
Well, no, but I mean like Hal like just controls the dude. I mean, it's pretty.
Well, yeah, it's fair. I guess that part's pretty fucked up. But that movie still holds up really well.
Oh yeah, sure does.
It's kind of that like was the fucking. That's like the original sci-fi movie. I feel like
one of them. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, off the top, I know they exist. I can't think of anything that's like a classic that's older than that.
For sci-fi stuff, the original Dune.
That older?
The original Dune came out in the 70s.
I've never seen any of the Dune movies.
You would like them.
I know. I need to watch them. I don't.
The remakes were
oh no, the
good.
original Dune came out in '84. Excuse me. I thought it was older than that.
I wanted to go see it in theaters because I wanted to get the Dune-ocy, but
I bet you did.
I knew you would. I bet that's the only thing that Rescos would fit in.
That's fucking sick. Can you like just buy a Dune-ocy?
Probably.
He gets stuck in it like a Chinese finger trap.
Nice. Okay, I looked up.
We can keep that part in
Google
because we didn't reference anything else.
I looked it up on Google Shopping, and the first thing that came up was Hostess donuts.
No, that's not it.
No, yeah, that's
Lots
not.
of donuts actually.
But now you want donuts.
I really want donuts right now.
Actually, I want donuts.
I want like a Krispy Kreme, like a warm Krispy Kreme donut.
You can get an electric donut maker for $177.
Relax.
Sorry.
Not you. Rescos.
Relax. That was the internal debate of do I say this?
Yeah, I knew
right there. Do I say this?
I saw your brain working. I'm like, no.
Wide open. Do I say it?
Oh, dude, it's the Century Gus grappling dummy. Oh, hold on, I got you.
Did you just get startled?
Yeah, I freaking almost dropped my glass because I knocked it against the XLR.
You were like, oh!
Here, I just sent a picture in chat. The Century Gus grappling dummy.
Oh, that chat.
You could definitely make that into a sex doll.
Absolutely. Do you ever wonder why sex dolls are always so surprised all the time?
It's a great question, dude. I wonder. They always just realize they're made out of plastic.
Oh, the video.
They're always just like. They're always just like. It's almost like they're constantly watching fireworks.
I saw a video. I think it was on TikTok where somebody brought their real doll onto a plane and sat it down in a seat and everything.
Or what?
Real doll?
I mean, well, if he bought the seat.
I mean, what?
Do you know what that is?
As opposed to like a fake doll? Like,
no, a real doll is like a lifelike sex doll.
Lifelike sex toy.
Yeah.
That is not what comes up when I look up real doll, unless you're both really fucked up.
What do you mean?
What?
A real doll is a life-sized sex doll that looks like a person.
Okay, see what came up when I looked up real doll was this Epstein thing just keeps on going, dude. It's the fucking dolls that look like real babies.
You mean like American girls?
No, like real, like actually. Okay, hold on. I really hate this. Actually, this is really awful to look at.
Open incognito mode. Go to realdoll.com.
I didn't. I just searched straight up right on my regular browser. Dude, some of this stuff is fucking weird.
Are you looking at their website?
Oh, yeah,
dude. No, not do no see real doll.
Oh, good. Ready to ship dolls. So I don't have to wait. Nice.
Okay, when I look it up on images, I get what you're talking about. When I go on shopping, I get the other thing. That's weird.
Yeah. Well, apparently with this website, you can get a real, like a robot pretty much that actually has like a voice and will talk. And somebody brought that onto a plane, sat it down in a seat, and it started talking. And that said person was escorted off the plane.
Why? Hey, they paid for that seat.
I mean, your sex toy is talking on a plane filled with children.
It's not a sex toy at that moment. It's just an artificial intelligent person.
Yeah, it's like if you bought your phone. Dude, come on! It's like if you bring your flashlight on a plane and start talking to it. Like it's not being used as a sex toy then. So get over it.
Yeah, but then you strap it into the seat next to you for everyone to see.
Yeah. So.
Well, where else are you supposed to put your flashlight on the plane?
In your bags?
No, it needs to breathe. You want it to get moldy?
True.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, you need to let it breathe because you can't clean them.
Are you still looking at the website?
Absolutely. I'm building one right now.
So, okay.
Okay, we can cut this out, but I need to see what you're building.
No, hold on.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to see that too.
All right. So, no, we won't cut this out because I'm not going to show you. But I'm building this one out, a custom one, right? And her name is Serenity. And so this whole thing, so it's the robot one, right?
Yeah.
So you can get just a head if you want. So that's cool. It's cheaper if you go with just a head.
You just buy the head.
Yeah. So if you go full body, you pick the type of body, you pick the skin tone, and you pick the eye color, and breast options. Here we go. Large cups, custom nipples. Got it.
Custom nipple.
Let's go double XL puffy with those ones. Right. View. Yes, let's view the nipples. Yep, let's do that.
They have one that looks like Siri from The Witcher.
Yep, they do. Okay, so there's that. We picked that.
Are you really building a sex toy right
Absolutely. All right, let's see. Hairstyle and color. Okay, let's go. No, we're going to go with Serenity Premium. We're going to keep that. Breast option, we're going to keep that.
I found an article called The Man Who Turned into a Sex Doll for Art.
All right, which kind of vagina do I want here? Let's take a look. Let's go with Electra's vagina. Let's do that.
Oh, yeah, dude.
All right. The cents. All right, let's do 5 cents inserts. Insert type name. I don't know, but they're all going to do whatever they want. 11 inserts. We'll just do all those. So there's going to be stuff everywhere. Pubic hairstyle. Let's give her a huge bush. Let's do that. Let's make her a ginger snatch. And all right, extras, custom freckles. Let's do freckles, face and body. Piercing. Ooh, here we go. Piercing, nipple bars, belly piercing, nose and ears. Let's do all the piercings, all of them. Let's give them all. Lube. Let's pick a Glide lube. The transgender converter. Let's go with a large. I want a doll stand for it. And
wait. You gotta go back.
No, go ahead.
The transgender converter?
Oh, yeah. It makes it so it's an insert that you insert into the vagina that makes them have a penis.
Oh, sick.
Oh, like a Mr. Potato Head.
Correct. An extra hand. And we went with a large. We went with a large on that. So, because they're the medium and large are the same price. So you might as well get more for your money. You know what I mean? So let's move on. The extra doll cleaning kit. Gotta want it clean. And a grand total of $19,457.99.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Add to
That's
cart.
a robot.
That's more than my car.
Yep. That's that
if
one.
that thing was sitting in the passenger seat of my car, it would more than double its value. That's crazy.
Yes, I can look at custom nipple projections. Areola projection. Let's take a look here. You think you're better than me with your rock hard abs and your dynamite areolas?
Yeah, there it is.
All right. So for a cool 20 grand, you too can also have a sex bot.
Awesome, dude.
Worst part is that it's not even cool ones. They're not even cool fembots from Austin Powers. They don't even have machine guns that come out of their jumblies.
Jumblies?
Yeah.
Who the fuck? I've never heard anybody refer to tits as jumblies before.
Yeah, dude.
That's awesome.
Machine gun jumblies.
Machine gun jumblies. Are you gonna share? Or?
What? No, I already exited out of the freaking website. Dude.
You didn't fucking take a picture for us?
No, I'm not gonna fucking take a picture of that, dude. I already told you how much it cost. You can research and build your own. I made mine pretty voluptuous.
Didn't even share with the class.
Am I the asshole for telling my son that the fact that his sister was happier to see her cousin was his fault? Here's some background. I, 42 male, have a son named Jack, 22 male, and a daughter named Cassie, who's 7. They're from 2 different marriages. I had Jack with my first wife, Penelope, who passed away when Jack was 9. This hit both of us pretty hard. I thought Penelope and I were going to be together forever. It took me a long time to be ready to date again, which I started doing when Jack was 14. He wasn't happy about it. I met my first girlfriend and now my current wife, Sarah, through work. We dated for a few months before birth control failed and Sarah became pregnant. Because of that, our relationship progressed very fast. Could have just said quickly. All right, dude. She moved in with Jack and I by the time she was 4 months pregnant. Jack was understandably very upset, but bother Sarah?
I think it was just supposed to be but Sarah and I.
Oh, but Sarah and I wanted our child to grow up in a 2-parent household. Unfortunately, due to lack of space, we also had to move out of the apartment I shared with my late wife. Jack was put in therapy to help him adjust. However, Jack and I did luck out a bit with Sarah. Sarah made it a point to have prominent memorabilia of Penelope because of her awful stepmother, and all but erased Sarah's mother. After Cassie, my daughter, was born, Jack wanted nothing to do with her, which was understandable but upsetting. However, Cassie's maternal cousin, Will, who's 18, adored her from day one and happily stepped into that big brother role. Frequent hangouts, played with her dolls, etc. He even has a matching, I think, Hello Kitty necklace with her and uses it as a good luck charm for his sport. This was the first year both Jack and Will left for college. Jack messed around during high school and had crappy grades and no scholarships. While I would be able to pay, I refused to pay the $50K a year plus for him to screw around. So he went to community college for 2 years and this year transferred to a good school. Will was an A student as well as an excellent athlete and got almost full ride to a faraway school. Thankfully, both boys were able to come home for Thanksgiving. Jack came home first, and Cassie greeted him without much fanfare, but was still happy that he was home. This was very different from how she greeted Will. She waited at my sister-in-law's house for him, made a huge glittery sign, and started bawling her eyes out when she saw him. My sister-in-law posted the video of them reuniting on Facebook, and Jack saw the video and was very upset at the difference in Cassie's welcome home enthusiasm. After listening to this for the 5th time, I snapped at him and told him these were the consequences of his actions, i.e., doing nothing to make a bond with his sister for the past 7 years. He got pissed and stormed off to his room. Since then, my former in-laws, Penelope's parents, have been ringing my phone off the hook, yelling at me and demanding I reprimand my daughter for her lack of enthusiasm upon his return. Cassie doesn't know why, but she can tell her brother is upset at her and is affecting her. Will is pissed that Jack is making Cassie upset. I don't know what to do. So there's not a lot of information about the whole upbringing, about how everything happened. But so there's a little more background on this. the general consensus from the internet on Reddit says that this guy is an asshole. And I am of the opposite opinion.
I would be inclined to agree with you.
Yeah, I don't.
So but we're going to go into some comments here, and they bring up some really great points on both sides. We thought that this was while you were making your martini, we thought this was a really good one.
Yeah.
And this would be a really cool conversation. So, for example, OP has offered the following explanation for why they think so. The OP thinks they're an asshole. So they're already like hating themselves for this. I told my son it was his fault his sister wasn't very close with him. This might make me the asshole because I upset my son, and he didn't get close to his sister when she was young for valid reasons. So I don't think there really were, I don't want to say that there were like valid reasons. I understand why he's upset because he feels like he's losing the connection to his mother by his father basically making a new family and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
I get it. But
at the same time, it's your new family.
Right.
Yeah.
And in this particular sense, and here's where some of the people in the comments section call this guy an asshole, is like, you should have done everything in your power to help him adjust.
Facilitate that relationship.
Facilitate the relationship instead of just being like, well, dude, what the fuck? It's your fault. Like, but at the same time, what is the dad supposed to do? Because at that point, he's just going to push his kid away if he becomes overbearing.
I guess it depends. Like, what did the dad do to try to improve the situation?
Put him in therapy
during this kid's upbringing, other than therapy. Because
I don't know. We don't know. We don't have any of that information. But it sounds like it doesn't sound like he was a bad father by any means. So
no.
Right.
No, but I would think if he was making a concerted effort to, a concerted effort that was like a non-toxic approach,
right,
to try to, make this kid understand and, kind of help them come to terms with this and, communicate where they're struggling and form a closer bond with their half sister. Like, if they were doing all that and this still happened, then yeah, it's. I mean,
let me go over like
now.
Yeah, let me go over the first comment on here that has the most upvotes. You're correct about why Cassie prefers Will, but you are the asshole for how you are communicating with your son Jack. He's your kid too, and it doesn't sound like you treat him very well. The way you frame the scenario sure makes it seem that you don't hold your own son in very high esteem. You are very quick to list all of Will's great characteristics and really critical of your son's perceived shortcomings. Which I can understand where you're coming from. You don't have a lot to work on with a post. The OP is just trying to give a short burst of what's going on. It doesn't mean just because he can see his shortcomings doesn't mean he doesn't love his kid. It's just,
Yeah. I can see how commenters would see that though. Like, he talked about, he got crappy grades. I didn't want to pay for him to go to school just to fool around. Like, I could see how that would come off as demeaning.
But I could also see, like, if that same pattern and approach is like, if that's reflective of how, their demeanor was throughout this kid's upbringing, then I could see how that would make the kid feel alienated and like,
of course,
it doesn't matter what I do because, my cousin's always going to get all the praise.
Right. So the OP replied to that and said, I framed my opinion of my son wrong. Jack is a great kid. He had a few issues, which I blame firstly on myself. And then his mother's passing but he is great. He's very smart. He just lost his way in high school for a bit and his grades suffered. That was me, honestly, in high school.
Yeah.
Like, that was me to a T. I only mentioned Will's great characteristics, stupid single quote, as it was relevant to him going away for school, in my opinion. I have my issues with that boy, but I cannot deny how much he cares for Cassie. And then somebody else replied to that and said, if that's how you represent it when you write out the story, it's likely that that's how you've represented yourself to your own son. If your son lost his way in high school, it's your job to pull him back. You honestly put him in an incredibly inconsiderate and shitty situation by getting another woman pregnant within months of meeting her and then suddenly moving in with her. Here's the problem, is that he waited a while before he even started dating again.
Yeah.
Like years.
No, so
Wait,
here's the thing. I don't
years?
think they're saying
He was 14. So he was 9. Right. He was 9 when the mom passed, and he waited 5 years to even start dating again.
So here's the thing. What this person is saying is not you rushed into it from the last relationship. It's you started dating this woman, you just met this woman, now she's pregnant, now she's moving in within the span of a year. The kid doesn't have any time to adjust.
Right. No, that I understand. I'm just saying that the time to the adjustment period of not getting over your mother's, that you never do that. But what I mean by that is more along the lines of trying to move on from that loss.
Right.
5 years. I mean, that's the issue is this kid's still developing. This kid lost his mother at 9. Like that is a generational trauma. That's going to be with you for your whole life. And that you're never going to get over that because you're a kid. You lose your mother when you need her most. You know what I mean? So I get that. What did you have? So this is the rest of it. Pregnant within months of meeting her and then suddenly moving in with her. It's great she wasn't an evil stepmother, but it doesn't fix the situation. What did you ever do to support Jack? Did you get him therapy? He said he did. Did you discuss how he was feeling? Did you do anything intentionally to foster a relationship between him and your daughter? When he was messing up in school, how did you try to help? Simply deciding not to pay for his college at the end of it all is an extra kick in the teeth. It really seems like he needed you to step up and be the parent, and you didn't, and now you're blaming him for it. He, who was a child at the time, it's incredibly upsetting. The OP then replies Jack was in therapy. I tried to get Jack to participate in simple things like holding Cassie, but she was a colicky baby and Jack hates loud noises. Jack spent most of his time out with his friends in high school and didn't spend much time studying. Sarah and I tried to help him in subjects we were good at, and even I set him up with private tutoring. He spent time with people who regarded school as stupid and pointless, mostly because those people had trust funds waiting for them. I had some money set aside for Jack's college, but not enough to cover all 4 years at the time. At the schools he got into, which weren't even his top schools. So he was given the option to do 2 years at community college and then transfer, which worked out because he got into his mother's alma mater and will now have no debt. And then somebody then replied, you can't expect a teenager to bond with a colicky baby. That can't be all the bonding you encourage. Also, Will was a guest who came and went, and Jack was a teenager who had a difficult baby in his home 24/7. Understand? That's completely understandable. Fucking hate babies.
Yeah.
Jesus, it is just an example. Why are people ripping into this dude, assuming he sucks as a father? Parents try to get their kids to bond with their half-siblings. They are villainized. Parents let their teenagers decide how much they want to bond with their baby half-sibling. Parents are also demonized. It seems like, am I the asshole parent? Step-parents can never do anything correctly. And then somebody goes, lots of people who blame their parents for problems, it sounds like. And then this person, this is my favorite comment on here. They are, of course, being judged by perfect expert parents. Every single parent out there has flaws. Everybody.
Yeah.
It is what it is, dude. You're never going to be perfect, but it doesn't sound like the kid fucking hates his kid. The guy hates his kid.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, I'm sure there's stuff he could have done different, but it sounds like he really tried and, did good.
There's a lot more comments, and they both go back and forth. Like this seems like this is split 50-50. Like some people think he's an asshole, some people don't. In this particular instance, I don't think he's an asshole. No. Could he have done some things better? Yes. And is there things he probably should work on at this point? Yes. Should Jack own up to the fact that he doesn't have a relationship with his sister? Yes. And at this point, he's an adult. If he wants to change that relationship, he needs to do so. But the dad, the OP needs to support that in any way he can.
Yeah.
That's the best thing I can
I would agree with this comment here. It says, I would say you're the asshole for yelling at him instead of having a conversation. But Jack is the asshole for being jealous of a relationship he hasn't fostered. He can change it with help, but you need to be there to help him. That's what it says.
Yep, that's basically exactly what I'm thinking.
I don't think he's an asshole. I think he's a parent trying to navigate a really difficult situation, and he's doing his best. And may have slipped up a bit, but I really don't think it was enough for him to be considered an asshole.
Yep.
I do want to talk about the supposed the former in-laws that are calling this dude and yelling at him.
Yep.
Oh, they're assholes.
Those are they're complete assholes.
Demanding I reprimand my daughter for her lack of enthusiasm.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Please. If anybody ever calls me and demands that I reprimand my son or daughter for anything like that, no, fuck you.
Right.
I'm hanging up. I'm blocking your number.
Yeah.
You don't tell somebody how to be a parent like that.
Especially when they're not her grandparents.
And they're not even... Yeah. I'm assuming by the context of that, they're not even that close with the family. So they don't know the ins and outs of everything.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I always this seems to be a trend that I see in my the asshole posts of like, you know, some kind of issue with the relationship between a parent and their kid, and then or just something like that, and all of a sudden like the other side of the family decides to start calling this person up and yelling at them and shit, and it's like every time pretty much they're the asshole.
It's like
here's the thing, right? Like in the in-laws case, I get it. That is your grandchild. You want your grandchild to be happy. Something's happening. Your grandchild's not happy. But take a minute and look at it objectively, and not my grandson is upset. Look at it as to what's happening, not calling my phone and telling me that I need to tell some girl that she's sorry for not making a big deal about you coming back. No, fuck off.
Right.
Yeah. Look at it objectively.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, their son is in college, right?
Yes.
So how are you going to reprimand your college-age son? That's like a stupid request anyway.
Right.
Reprimand her. Never mind. I got to mix it up.
Yeah.
Right. That's the whole.
Otherwise, it's it's
there's
a lot that needs to be done.
Your college age son.
Yeah. He still lives at home probably. So.
Yeah. It's fair.
Yeah. But that's that. I'm with you guys on that.
Yeah, that was an interesting one.
Yeah. I really liked that one. I really liked that.
Yeah, it's good. It's not super cut and dry.
Right.
Yeah. It could kind of go either way. But
I guess it depends. I think this is really interesting because I think it's very polarizing. Depend on the type of home life you had and your own shared experiences. Because I feel like the people who are reacting are bringing personal experience into that, reacting that way. And I think just like anything, you bring personal experiences into something to form your opinion. Right. And I think you can kind of just tell some people have had some rougher parts of their life than others, as to why that would lead them to that particular opinion. But
so are you saying you think people who had a rough relationship with their parents would be inclined to think this person's the asshole?
Correct. Yes.
I don't know, because I mean, I've learned later on that I had it much better than many people, but I haven't always had the best relationship with my parents.
Mm-hmm.
But still definitely don't think this guy's the asshole.
Right.
But
What I mean by like rough relationship with parents is like abusive.
Right.
That's what I mean. Like really rough. That's because you don't go to like an extreme, like calling this guy an asshole, assuming all these extremes. Like these people are assuming he's a shitty father, which means where's that coming from? Like that's coming from somewhere.
Which like I'm not gonna go and say he's a shitty father,
right?
But also. He was 14, now he's 22.
Right.
You could have done something to kind of facilitate a relationship.
Right. I agree.
And I will say it is kind of sucky that he got with this person and then within less than a year, all of this happened. And it's like, you got to think about your kid with that kind of thing too. And like, and at the same time, if you got this woman pregnant and, you both want to keep the baby or, like that's, I mean, there's not much you could do there,
right?
But you could have done things to avoid that,
right,
in the first place.
Yep,
right.
Like, birth control failed, but that's why you can combine methods.
Why you double
using
bag it?
Use 5 condoms at the same time. There you go, foolproof.
Why don't you put a baby in me? I'm gonna put on a 3rd condom. Cool. All right, friends.
Well, I think that's going to do it for episode 9 of season 3 of the Ridiculous Minds podcast. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. Leave a message in the Google Voice number. You look like you have something you want to say.
I've been paused this whole time.
Whole episode?
Since
when exactly? Like the whole.
No, I'm just fucking with you. We're good. See you later, guys.
All right, later, dude.
Do 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 do. You know what, dude?
You know what, dude?
You know what, dude?